Hi everybody, I'm Abby.
And I'm Deanna.
And we're
High on Monsters.
And today we are looking at the Howliday edition Skelita from this year. But we're doing something a little bit different, something a little more fun. Well, fun, we have fun anyway. But anyway, a little different from what we've been doing. We're going to do a head-to-toe compare and contrast of the two dolls.
Yes.
Just because, why not? We've got them. So we're going to start head to head and work our way down. So Deanna, let's start with the head pieces.
The headpieces. So last year's model, she has a just like a basic crown. It looks really cute, but it's kind of basic. And this year, she has this really fancy hat. It looks like a true Southern Louisiana style,
kind of Southern Gothic feel.
Yeah, I love this hat. It's got some feathers on there, and it's still got the skulls and everything. So I think that was a huge upgrade to that one.
Yeah, it's a good choice. I hadn't thought about that Southern Gothic vibe.
Yeah.
I did like the problem for me is the hat is big.
It is super
a big piece. So like you have to angle her just right so that she sits on her stand well, but it displays gorgeous.
It really does.
The crown on this one, very nice piece. Details are great. What I would have liked to seen them do, especially with what they did with Raven Wednesday, if they'd have braided her hair like around it,
yeah,
I think it would have accentuated it. Maybe
really
had some tendrils sticking out.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. Jewelry.
Yeah, so last year's model, she had a necklace and 6 bangles, which is fantastic. I love the bangles. As you can see, I wear my own. And then this year, all they have is a belt and a necklace. So it's kind of basic, but I still really like the like big chest piece belt, like a big statement piece.
It is. It's pretty. There's lots of detail to it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that when we get to the dress. It kind of needs to stay there, though.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll tell you why in a little bit. The face. Let's talk about the face real quick.
Ooh, the face makeup. So the face on the last year's model, she was more, I would say, bold. In this year's, she's more feminine and more, like I would say, designer paint job.
Yeah.
And I think it just looks a little bit better than the last year's version.
I would agree, especially for display purposes. She kind of reminds me like those like Harlequin style like masks. Once again, kind of a Louisiana vibe to it. So a fun crossover. The dresses, both great, but both very different.
Very much.
In stylization.
Yes.
This one's pretty, kind of reminds me of almost like a quinceañera kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something more for like a teenager would wear.
Right.
Definitely a good play doll dress, I would say.
Yeah.
This one is definitely more a statement piece.
It is.
Gorgeous, flowing, nice tiers to that dress. The one thing I will say, you take this belt off, it doesn't sit great. Yeah. And granted, she's got the bone structure because she's a skeleton, but it kind of does need that to stay there. Otherwise, it sits kind of a little wonky loose.
Yeah, I would agree on that. And also, I like the color palette on this new dress too because it plays homage to the original Skelita in G1 series.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she had the trim on the bottom of the dress, as I recall.
And the colors are similar.
Absolutely. Let's get to one of my favorite things on any doll is the shoes. So for the 2023 model, they went with a wedge, which I absolutely loved when it came out. I thought it was spectacular. Just a nice thing that set her apart from many of the other dolls. This year, they went with a heel. The details are stunning. Very beautiful. I will say, however, for my personal preference, I think the wedge wins for me.
Yeah, I would agree too. I like them both, but both with different pros and cons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
So overall, I think we both kind of agreed. They did a lot of really good improvements to the new doll.
Yep.
Both have the same kind of doll stand, which I don't love the up the dress stand.
Yeah, it's called a saddle stand, so that way you don't get the dress cinched by the waist clip.
That's true.
So it is nice for display, but then it's easy to fall over if you don't position her on the saddle stand.
Yeah.
Quite perfectly.
Yeah. And I think once again the bone structure, it's not clip into that normal hip like you would on a typical doll.
Yeah.
But overall beautiful. This box alone, stunning. Yes. Definitely an improvement over last year's, which last year's is beautiful. But this one is definitely more, I think they're looking for something you can put out on display.
Yep.
You can put her out and enjoy her. It does come with a price point difference, though.
Does.
For that reason, this doll model is $10 more. It's looking at like a base $55 price, where this one last year was $45. So some differences there. For the most part, 2024 seems to be a winner for us.
I agree on that one.
So happy Dia de los Muertos, and we'll see you next time.